Have you ever noticed how every great movie feels totally different? We're talking different worlds, different characters, different stakes. But what if I told you that underneath all of them, there are the same invisible rules? You don't consciously see them, but your brain definitely does. These are the rules that movies never, ever break. Let's start with rule number one. The hero must face the truth alone. Every hero, in every great story, reaches a point of total isolation. Their mentor is gone. Their allies can't help them. There's no escape. This isn't just for drama. It's because truth doesn't arrive in a crowd. It shows up when there's absolutely nowhere left to hide. This is that rock bottom moment where the hero stops running and finally sees themselves for who they truly are. Think of Luke Skywalker in the trench run, turning off his targeting computer. Or Neo, realizing he's the one, alone in that hallway. The truth is a solo journey. Next up, rule number two. The choice matters more than the battle. Battles are loud, they're exciting, they're full of explosions. But choices? Choices are permanent. A hero isn't really defined by the bad guy they defeat. They're defined by what they choose to protect or what they're willing to sacrifice along the way. That single decision, that one critical choice, is the pivot point that changes everything. It's not about winning the fight. It's about what the fight costs them and what they learn from it. Rule number three is a big one. The villain is the hero of their own story. No truly great villain walks around thinking, "Wow, I'm so evil." Not at all. They believe they're right. They believe they're the necessary agent of change, the one willing to do what others won't. That unshakable belief is what makes them so dangerous. It's not just about cruelty, it's about conviction. A villain with a cause, a purpose they believe in, is far more terrifying and compelling than someone who's just bad for the sake of it. Okay. Rule 4. The ending answers the first question. Every story, right from the very first scene, opens with a question. It might be, who is this person really? Or what are they missing in their life? Or what's broken that needs to be fixed? The entire movie is a journey to find the answer. The ending isn't just about wrapping things up. Its entire purpose is to answer that initial question. Nothing more, nothing less. That's what gives a story that satisfying, complete feeling. And this leads perfectly to Rule 5. The hero must pay a price. Victory without some kind of loss is completely hollow and unearned. For a win to mean anything, something has to be sacrificed. It could be a deeply held belief, a friendship, a relationship, their innocence, or even their pride. True transformation always costs something. If the hero gets everything they want with no struggle and no loss, then nothing was really gained, and the audience feels cheated. Now for rule number 6. The mentor can't finish the journey. Think about it. The wise guide, the teacher, they never cross the final finish line with the hero. It's not because they're weak or because they get defeated. It's because the hero has to stand on their own 2 feet. Real growth doesn't happen when someone is holding your hand. It happens when that guidance is gone and you're forced to rely on what you've learned. The mentor's job is to prepare the hero, not to save them. Rule 7 is my personal favorite. The hero's weakness becomes their weapon. That one character flaw, the thing that has held the hero back the entire movie, becomes the very thing that saves them in the end. Their fear pushes them to find courage. Their doubt forces them to find clarity. Their pain becomes the source of their greatest strength. Great stories don't erase our flaws. They teach us how to transform them into assets. Next, Rule 8. The villain forces the hero to change. The villain isn't just a physical obstacle to overcome. They are pressure. They are the catalyst. Without that antagonist pushing them, challenging them, and forcing them into impossible situations, the hero would stay exactly the same. And a story without change is just a series of events. The villain is the engine of the hero's transformation. Rule number 9 gets to the core of character. The lie the hero believes must break. Every hero starts their journey believing a fundamental lie about themselves or the world. I'm not good enough. I don't need anyone's help. The world is what it is and can't be changed. The entire point of the story is to shatter that lie. The real victory isn't defeating the bad guy. It's the moment the hero finally embraces the truth. And finally, rule number 10. The final scene mirrors the first. A great story ends right back where it began. Not necessarily in the same physical location, but in its meaning. The hero is often faced with the same world or a similar problem from the beginning of the movie, but now they face it as a new, transformed person. That's why great endings feel so complete, so resonant. It's a perfect circle. So there you have it. These rules aren't written down in some secret Hollywood handbook, but they are the invisible architecture that shapes every great film you've ever loved. And now that you can see them, you'll start noticing them everywhere. You'll never watch movies the same way again. Thanks for watching. Follow Ink Blue Studio, where cinema begins.